So as we get ready, we'll do a brief check-in. If you want to use your stick for this, you can. Just take a few moments to bring ourselves into our bodies with our eyes staying open, or you can close them. Just settle yourself in. Identifying your breathing pattern, your inhale and your exhale. And as we inhale, we want to just bring in relaxation and wash out any unnecessary stress we may be carrying in whatever form it's presenting itself. Whether it's physical, mental, emotional. Just washing that out with the inhale, bringing in relaxation, and then taking that stress and exhaling it, bringing it outside of your body. And using that breath to fill up your entire body. If you feel like there's some areas that are resistant, then you can just spend extra time there. And as that stress gets unloaded, you just feel yourself becoming lighter, looser, probably more connected. But we're not going to stress about it if it all doesn't come together right away the way we had hoped. Just keep moving into that. We'll take 2 more breaths. And after that second exhale, if your eyes are closed, you can open them. And we'll just to start in the spot that you're in, we're just going to gently and slowly walk forward and backward in the space that you have as we walk forward, feeling that heel to toe contact with the ground. And as we move backwards, feeling toe to heel. We can exaggerate the slowness so we can feel that happening through our feet and translating all the way up through our bodies. Mindful of our alignment in our spine as we do this. We don't need to be looking down as we slow our pace down. And as we continue this walk, every couple steps, we'll just add a little heel raise. You can do both feet at the same time, or you can alternate feet with your steps. Just kind of feel your way through that. And then finish the direction you're going in. And then we're just going to step sideways. As we step sideways, typically you feel the ball of your feet making contact first and then dropping the heel down gently. And once you get that process down, then we add those heel raises once again. Either both feet at the same time, or you can alternate feet. And then finding the center of your space that you're in again, we're just going to step back gently. We're going to feel the weight shift back. And we're going to kind of exaggerate that weight shift. Then once you have that feeling down, then we're going to drop down to try to reach down to the floor with each step back. And if you want, you can either open your hips up like what you see me doing here, or you can step straight back like so. Okay, but we do want to feel that weight shift to the back foot. Slowly getting closer and closer to where you're actually touching the floor by bending at the hips, the knees, and the ankles. One more time on each side. And in that same space, we're just going to gently pulse with 2 legs first. Just feeling ourselves be relaxed and just gently flexing and extending at the hips, the knees, and the ankles. Then we'll bring our feet together and then pick one leg and we'll just pulse on the one leg. And in 3, 2, 1, transition to the other leg, continuing that pulse. And then both feet down and pulsing again. And let's just add a couple squats with those pulses. Each time you come up, pulse a few times, and then sit all the way down and back up. We'll do one more. I'm going to step forward this time. Again, we want to feel that step forward, that weight shift to the front foot. And with that, we're going to twist in the direction of the step. So when I step with the right foot, I'm going to twist to the right. And with the left foot, I'm twisting to the left. Again, use your eyes to help your body turn. Try to look for something behind you to get your head and then your body to rotate. Don't need to rush through this. We just want to feel that rotation. Let's do one more on each side. And we're going to go back to forward, backward, and walk, but we're going to do a high hurdle step. So I'm going to bring my knee up and behind as I go backward. And then we'll bring the knee from back to front as we move forward. But as we do this, we still want to be mindful of that ground contact. So it's heel to toe as I'm moving forward, toe to heel as I'm moving backward. But we're just adding that extra high step. So you can create as much of a balance challenge with this as you'd like. Finish whatever direction you're moving in. Find that open space again, and we're going to just pulse again with both legs. But this time we're just going to add a gentle arm swing, crisscrossing with your body. Again, just feeling loose and light. If you want to add a little body turn with that, you can do that. Coordinating your breath with the movement, inhaling and exhaling. Let's do 2 more. All right, grab a quick drink if you need it. You're going to need your stick and some hand weights. And we will start with weights. So the first movement we're going to start with is an uppercut. So we're going to keep our elbows at 90 degrees, both of them. And we're going to alternately just raise the elbow up as high as we can without changing the angle of the elbow. So raising it up, and as one comes down, the other one comes up. So you can go straight like this, or if you want to come across your body, you can do that. So find the weight you want to begin with. If you need more prep time, maybe just do the next few movements without any weight, and then you can start adding it as we go along. All right, we'll start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. Again, full range of motion, bringing that elbow up without changing the angle of the elbow. Again, coordinating your breath with the movement. 20 more seconds. Five seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, do you have the option of using handheld weights or a stick? All we're going to do is we're going to hold the stick out or the weights out in this position, and then we're just going to squat from there, okay? So pick what you delight in, weights or a stick, holding those arms straight out ahead as we do our squats. We'll start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. Having that weight out front will be a good counterbalance. It might allow you to go a little deeper on your squat than what you're accustomed to. You just want to keep the upper body up. Try not to flex it at the hips too much. And again, we're not shrugging the weight. Keep those shoulders down. 20 more seconds. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Oh. Okay, let's try something a little bit different. If you want to use weight, you can. What we're going to do is we're going to cross one leg over in front of the other. And all we're going to do, it's kind of like a curtsy. We're just going to try and squat like that. So it's going to look like this from the front. From the side, it's going to look like this. So you have a very, very, very narrow base of support. So you might want to try it without weight, but by all means, do what you want. We'll do it with each leg crossed in front. So pick that leg. We'll start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, and here we go. Again, as low as you comfortably can or want. That front leg is going to be supporting most of the weight. That back leg, it kind of feels like a kickstand, but it's definitely helping. Fifteen more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. And just kind of walk that out. We'll repeat that with the other leg crossed in front. Okay, we'll start in 10 seconds here. Starting in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. Same thing, just the other side. So you probably feel some difference from one side to the other. That's okay. We want to feel equally competent on both sides. Twenty more seconds. 5 left. 2, 1, and step it out. We're going to go to the floor on our backs. We're going to flutter kick with our legs. So you can support your back, keeping hands under your hips, or you can keep your hands by your sides. The legs can be held high, or you keep them low to the floor. They can be big flutters or small flutters. We'll start in about 10 seconds. Flutter kicks starting in 5 seconds. 2, 1, and here we go. Again, try to make the flutter happen through the hips, not just fluttering at the knees. "15 more seconds. Five seconds left. 2, 1, and done. Roll to one side, press yourselves up onto your feet. If you need to grab a quick drink, go ahead and do that. Handheld weights again, one in each hand. We're going to be in a wide stance with our feet, and we're going to do a high pull. We're going to diagonal reach across, pull up high, reach to the other side, and pull up high. Keeping those elbows above your weights. Starting in 10 seconds. Be mindful of your spinal position. Starting in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. "20 seconds left. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Let's do this with weight. We're going to do giant circles. Show it to you without weight first. So it's going to be this movement. What I want you to do is have the transition be down here. So I'll start down here, come all the way through, transition back the other way. So we'll make that transition happen low at the ground. Can we have a weight in each hand or one between both hands? Make those circles as big as you can, starting in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. Again, mindful of your spinal position. Getting to the floor requires bending the hips, the knees, and the ankles. We're not just flexing at the hips. Don't worry about speed. Be as smooth as you can. 15 more seconds. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Okay, if you want to use weight for this, you can. We're going to hold a low position. It's going to be here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to gently reach back and then come to both feet under and then reach back with the other foot. So there's a slight transition as one leg supports the weight, and then we're going to reach back with a light touch. So we'll start that in 10 seconds. Decide how low you want to be. If you want weights in hands, you can do that. Starting in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Keep that low position. Transfer your weight from one leg to the other before you gently reach back. It's a good balance challenge. Twenty more seconds. Twenty more seconds. Or 10, whatever I said. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to go to the ground again. On our backs. Same side dying bug touch. So right hand to right foot, left hand to left foot. Elbows and knees stay as straight as you can keep them. I'll try to get my counting down better. Sorry for confusing you. We'll start in 10 seconds. Starting in 5 seconds. Same side dying bug touch in 2, 1. Here we go. Twenty seconds left. Five more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Rolling to the side. Press yourselves up. Again, this is an opportunity to get a drink if you need it. You have the option of using a stick or handheld weights. I'm going to do a U swing. So again, if I have weights in hands, I don't want them to be clanking together. We want the loose feet. I'm just going to swing up on one side, under, and then up to the other side. Okay. Either with stick in hand or weights in hand. We'll start in 10 seconds. Big reach. Starting in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. If you have a stick, you can experiment with the width of your hands on that stick. And if you have weights, you want the weights to track together, keeping the distancing the same throughout the whole range of motion, or as close together as you can without it separating and coming back together again. 20 more seconds. And we want those feet to pivot so our hips can turn. 5 more seconds. 2, 1. And recover. So again, you can have the weights in each hand or one in each hand or one together. What we're going to do is we're going to keep our arms overhead. I'm going to lunge forward or step forward. And as I do that with the right foot forward, I'm going to twist to the right. When I come back with the left leg, I'm going to twist to the left. The arms always stay overhead. So you can have the weights in each hand or one between both hands. We'll start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1. Here we go.
Take it easy. Find that balance point with the length of your step. Alternating legs each time. As we hold the weight up, we don't want to be shrugging. We want to keep those shoulders drawn down. Good vertical spine. 20 more seconds. Keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Let's try the next one with some weight in our hands. We're going to stay in a low position. Actually, no, let's do something else first. We'll go weight in hands still, but we're going to shrug. But we're going to do the shrug. We're going to forward circle and then backward circle. Okay. So weights in each hand, alternating shrug circles forward and backward. Starting in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Again, experimenting with that range of motion without compromising our spinal position. So we're not arching our back. We're not craning our necks to try to eke out more range. Keeping those 3 points of contact through your spine as you roll those shoulders forward and back. Twenty more seconds. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to hold a low squat position like so. And then once we're there, we're just going to shift our weight gently from one side to the other without extending at the knees or the hips. We're going to keep that low position and just weight shift from side to side. Excuse me. Starting in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, and here we go. Just a subtle weight shift from one side to the other. We want to hold that low position the entire time. The weight can be close, or you can extend it a little further away. Keep breathing. 20 more seconds. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Weights off to the side. We're going to go to the ground. Lying on our side, we'll do a struggling starfish. So the top arm and leg again are moving, swinging in opposite directions. The bottom arm and leg trying to keep as straight and as long as we can. And then just reaching with that top leg and arm as well as we can. We'll start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, and here we go. Track the movement of your hand with your eyes. So watch the hand movement go from the front side of your body all the way behind you to get a little bit more engagement through your body. And then have that leg just swing in the opposite direction as far as you can take it. If you can, try and touch the floor each time with the toes and the fingers. "15 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. And we'll roll to the other side, repeat it again. Again, big reach, starting in 10 seconds. Starting in 5 seconds. 2, 1. Here we go. Again, just start conservatively, find that range of motion, and then slowly work it further. Just looking for those tiny little compromises that we want to overcome that are always present, and our body's always trying to manage those. And it does so beautifully without us having to think about it. But we don't want them there. We want to be free. "15 seconds. Five left. 2, 1. And gently bring yourselves up. Again, if you need a drink, grab it now. So you've got some options here. We're going to do a side fast step or a bound. So I'll just show you a couple ways you can do this. So it can be a quick step, like so, or you can do a bound. Or if you want to have weights in hands and add resistance that way to either of those, you can do that. So we just kind of want to get a little bit of a pop with this as we're moving side to side. Okay, we'll start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. Again, you got to feel comfortable with where you're at and then slowly develop it from there. It can just be a side step at first. No matter what, we're breathing in and out. "20 more seconds. "10 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Walk it out, give you a little extra time. Catch your breath. We'll be grabbing handheld weights next. We're going to keep our arms up like this with palms up. And all we're going to do is we're going to come into that T position and then right back together. Okay. So you want to create that external rotation in the shoulder. Hold that there and then just open and close the arms. So you might want to go a little lighter. Doesn't take much to feel extra resistance. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Keep those shoulders drawn down as well. We're not shrugging the weight up. Want to feel the external rotation in the shoulders, not just through the elbow or the wrist. Feeling those 3 points of contact through our spine, good vertical position. We're not, again, craning our neck or arching our backs. 15 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Grabbing our sticks. Again, you find your hand width that you like. We're going to push to the center as hard as we can. And as we push to the center, we're going to raise that stick up and back behind our neck, again, without arching the back, keeping those good alignment patterns, and then right back down. Again, applying as much pressure throughout that whole time as you can. We'll start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, and here we go, applying pressure, and then raising and lowering that stick. You're the only one who knows how much pressure you're applying, so do the best you can with that. Twenty more seconds. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go to the ground for either a plank or a push-up. So if you have to do that with feet on the floor against the wall or a sturdy piece of furniture, that's fine. If you're not able to do a push-up, then just do a plank the best of your ability in whatever version that works for you. Using your elbows, hands, knees, or toes in any combination. We'll start in 10 seconds. Starting in 5 seconds. 2, 1, here we go. Twenty seconds left. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Up on our feet. Grab your quick drink if you want it. Back to handheld weights. Going to be press and swing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press. Once I get to the press part, I'm going to let the arm swing down. As this arm is swinging down, the other arm presses up. And it kind of gets in a circular pattern with both arms. So this is the movement. So you're going to be compromised bringing the arm straight down here. So consider the weight you're using for that part of the movement. Don't want to just drop the weight. We want to lower it under control. Starting in 5 seconds. In 2, 1. Here we go. Again, feel the movement first, and then you can adjust speed from there. You want to get a little weight shift with this, you can do that. That's it, you got it. 20 more seconds. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Have the option of using weight here. We'll do a pulses with a squat. So again, 3 or 4 pulses and add a full squat to it, with or without handheld weights. You can keep the weights wherever you want it relative to your body position to help you with your squat. But precede that with a couple pulses first. We'll start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1. Here we go. Again, with full range of motion all the way down and all the way up with the squat before initiating those pulses. 20 more seconds. Three, 2, and 1. We're going to do that diagonal high pull again, but this time instead of having our feet really wide, we're going to keep them really narrow. So no wider than hip width if you can. If you can bring it closer, try to do that as well. We do want to challenge the base of support as we do this. And again, getting to the floor is not this. We want to make sure we're still bending the hips, the knees, and the ankles, okay? We're reaching across our body as best we can. Starting in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. Coming up to a full stand on each extension. Keeping that elbow higher than the wrist and the weight as you come up. 20 seconds left. You got it. Three, 2, and 1. Back to the ground. We're going to hip roll, so one leg at a time in a straight leg position. We're going to bring it up and across the body. Trying to keep the shoulders anchored to the floor. I think it works best with your arms out to the side, but just find a comfortable spot for your arms. We'll start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. Straight leg up and then over. As far as you can, trying to keep the shoulders down. Twenty more seconds. Three, 2, and 1. Again, roll to your side to push yourselves up. Grab a drink if you need it. With or without weight in hand, we're going to come back to the squat. After we squat and come to the standing position, we're going to come up onto our toes as high as we can. Then we'll drop the heels back down, come back into that full squat, and repeat that process. It's cool. It's kind of like we're anticipating jumping without actually jumping. We're doing it in slower motion than a jump. With or without weight in hand, We'll start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. I'm going to feel that extension through the hips as you come up onto your toes. A little friend with me. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Going to keep a weight in just the left hand. In a split squat, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach down. And when I come up, I'm going to reach up, but I'm going to kind of press over the top of my head or over that center line of my body a little bit as well. So rather than just coming straight up, I'm going to just kind of lean across a little bit and then repeat that process. So we'll do it with each leg forward. Pick your foot, starting in 5 seconds. 2, 1, and here we go. Pretty big balance challenge, especially as you reach over. Fifteen more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Walk that out. We're going to repeat it with the same arm, but we're going to just switch the legs, okay? Same exact concept with the arm motion. We're just changing the leg position. Starting in 10 seconds. In 5 seconds. 2, 1, here we go. Presents a different balance challenge as we lean across. And we don't want to dismiss that reaching to the floor part either. We want to get as close to the floor as we can. And then reaching over at the top. 15 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, switch the weight into the other hand. We'll repeat that same process, okay? We're just putting the weight in the right hand instead of the left hand. So pick the foot position you want to begin with, and then we'll switch it from there. Starting in 10 seconds. Starting in 5 seconds. 2, 1, here we go. 15 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Step it out. Switching the feet, repeating that process. Starting in 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Here we go. Timber. 15 seconds left. Three, 2, and 1. Good job. We're going to grab our sticks. Actually, I'll give you the option. You can use a stick or weight. We're going to do that transverse step or lunge. So I'm going to turn and step. And then once I take the step, when I'm going to the right, I'm going to continue and twist to the right. Then I'll come back to center, turn, step to the left, and then continue and twist to the left. So you can do that weighted, holding a weight in both hands, or you can use your stick. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Fifteen more seconds. Five more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. And we'll go to the floor on our backs. And we're going to do a twist with your legs. So you can, again, keep your arms and shoulders angled to the floor. The knees can be either bent or straight. And then we're just going to rotate the hips, swinging the legs from one side to the other. Having the legs extended is a big challenge. So you can try that, or you can keep the knees bent. Starting in, let's see, we'll start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1. Here we go. Again, we're trying to keep the shoulders anchored to the ground. We're not letting the shoulders come up. Trying to have all the twist happen from the mid-spine and down. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Stay on your backs. Bend your knees so your feet are flat on the ground. Arms are just laying by your sides, relaxed. Recapture your breath. Now make sure your feet are together. You can almost feel your feet touching if they're not actually touching. Once your feet are there, then let your knees just gently spread out to the side and release to gravity. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . .
Again, feeling ourselves sink into the floor with each exhale. Sweeping out that unnecessary stress. Gently bringing those knees together. Keeping those legs there, but this time we're going to cross the right leg over the left. And if that's enough of a stretch in the right hip, you can leave it there. Otherwise, grab your left thigh and bring it closer until you feel a stretch that you like in the right hip. Keeping the leg crossed, let that left leg down so the foot's on the floor. Again, let your arms out to the side. And then we're going to let the left leg gently swing over to the left side, keeping that right leg crossed. See how far you can get until you feel maybe that right foot touching the ground or the left leg touching the ground. Or as close to it as you comfortably can while keeping your shoulders on the floor. Bringing both legs back to center. And once there, you can uncross the right leg. Maybe pump those legs just a little bit. And then we'll cross the left leg over the right. And then same thing. If you like it there, keep it there. Otherwise, grab that right thigh, pull it close. Still breathing. We're able to inhale and exhale with all of this. No unnecessary breath holding. And then gently release the leg. Right foot flat on the floor, arms out to the side. And then we'll let both legs as they're crossed swing over to the right this time, just like we did on the other side. Nice and easy. Then bringing those legs back to neutral. Unfurl the left leg. And then extend both legs straight out and reach over your head with your arms with a big inhale. And as you exhale, swing those arms out to the side until they come down to your hips. And when you're at that point, you can roll to one side and bring yourself up. And we will call that one done for today. Good job.